Hey guys, welcome back to 1023 Yoga. You've arrived. In today's Guns and Poses class, we're going to be getting into the inner and outer leg lines to stretch and strengthen key muscles that you use on the firing line. This is tactical, practical yoga for first responders by a first responder. Let's get started. All right, for today's class, I recommend having a yoga strap. You can use the belt tie from your house coat or even your inner belt. I've got my training pistol here. You can use finger air gun as well. And I've got a yoga block on either side of the mat. If you don't have yoga blocks, they can be substituted with pillows, books. The trusty criminal code is about that width. So grab what you need and let's get going. All right, so we're going to get started today on our back. Have that strap or belt handy beside you, rolling down to the floor, placing the feet flat on the mat and shifting them about the width of the mat and knock the knees together in. We're just going to take a few inhales here to get settled. Exhale audibly. Hands can rest on the belly or alongside the body. Few deep breaths. Getting settled to the present moment, allowing yourself to arrive. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Noticing the points of contact that your body is making with the mat. Good. And for today's practice, we're going to invite that Ujjayi breath, the Darth Vader breath, as I refer to it as. So it's similar to when you're fogging a mirror, you get that constriction at the back of the throat, which makes that sound on the exhale. You're going to have your mouth closed. So you inhale normally and then exhale with that constriction. So give that a go for a few breaths. This is going to be our focal breath today. Good. One more. Awesome. All right. So releasing that breath for now. Shifting the feet back to center and bringing the right knee into the chest. You can extend the left knee long, just giving a pull there. And then we're going to extend that right leg up towards the sky. Now, hands can come behind the back of the hamstring, or you can grab your trusty strap or belt and hook it around the top of the foot here. Okay. Now, if hamstrings are tight, just bend that other knee and place the foot flat on the floor, and you can bend this knee as well. Okay. You find the pull that gives you the stretch you need today. Finding that breath, finding that length. Sometimes I like to shift my ankle a little bit, give a bit of rotation, and you can actually feel that changes the stretch in the back of the leg. Good. And then taking the strap into your right hand, you can use the left hand to sort of press down on the left pelvis as you wing that leg out towards the right. So the reason the left palm is on that left pelvis is to sort of remind it to stay on the ground. So if you find this is starting to pull that hip up, bring it back a little bit. And you're using a bit of arm strength here, right, to hold that leg up. So we're getting a nice stretch on the inner leg line of the right leg. Breathing. You can even activate that Darth Vader breath here. Good, and coming back up to center with that leg, and then switching the hands, and now the strap is in my left hand, and I'm gonna bring that leg across the body. So now I might extend my left leg, gives me a little bit more space, and now I'm sort of getting into the outer hip and IT band on the right leg. Again, I'm using that arm strength as well to help hold the leg. Check in with the breath and bring it back to center. Good. We're going to release the strap, lower that down, and we're going to simply come into the other side. So to start, pull that left knee in, extend the right leg, kind of get a tug into that hip, and then reach that leg up to the sky. You can place the palms around the back of the hamstring. Take your strap or belt and place it on the foot. Okay. Again, this leg, the right leg, can stay extended on the ground for a deeper stretch, or you might bend it and place the foot on the mat. Inhaling and exhaling, finding the pull, maybe moving that ankle left and right, noticing how that affects the back of the leg. Check in with the breath. Good. From here, preparing for that outward stretch with the left leg. So we're going to take the strap into the left hand, and I'm going to slowly allow that leg to fall out to the left, getting into the inner left leg line. This right leg might wing open a little bit. Breathing here. Notice each exhale, the body might allow you to lower that leg a little further and intensify the stretch just a bit more. And coming back up to center as you inhale, switching hands, we're going to bring that leg across. I might extend that right leg now so it's out of the way, and I can bring this left leg across, getting into that outer hip and IT band on the left. Practice the Darth Vader breath here. And slowly coming back up to center. You can release that strap. You can put it aside. Place both feet on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Brief massage for the low back. And then bring in the hands behind the knees, rocking from head to toe. As we prepare to come up to all fours, you can find your way up another way, or I like to do this rock back and forth, and then swing the legs around. Okay, coming to all fours. From here, I've got my toes tucked. I'm going to bring that right leg out to one side, or to the side rather. My knee is in line with that inner arch, and I'm preparing for gate pose. So I'm coming up on the inhale. I'm going to reach that right arm all the way down, getting length in the side body here on the left as I inhale my arm up to the sky. You might even Reach over and arch. If you find that you're rolling forward like so, just bringing that heart up towards the sky. You can always back out of the pose if you need to. Getting a nice stretch on the left side. If that knee has any pain or problems, if you're on a hard surface, you can always put some padding, a pillow, or a yoga foam block underneath the knee. Finding the breath. Good. Coming back up to center, preparing for some guns and poses here. I'm going to grab my training pistol if you have one, or you can use your air gun, but I'm coming to that gate pose on the other side, which is similar to shooting around a barricade, right? So now I've activated the core, I'm leaning, and I'm going to punch out. Now I'm really having to find that Darth Vader breath here. Can feel the core activated. Notice if the shoulders are really creeping up, right? So shoulders down, find the breath. Good. Slowly coming back up to center. I'm going to place my pistol down. From here, keeping the left knee where it is, I'm going to bring this right knee in and forward. So I'm into a low lunge. Okay. From here, bringing the arms up overhead on the inhale. Exhale, sink into the pelvis. Get a nice stretch along that front of the left hip. Again, check in with those shoulders. Are they creeping up? Bring them down. Awesome. You can stay here, or you might grab your training pistol and heel toe that right foot out a little bit and find that now you're kind of in that low tactical kneeling. Maybe you need to be concealed, right? We're finding cover somewhere, cover or concealment. Okay, we're trying to get small, so we're a small target here. At the same time, I'm strengthening those muscles I need to do this, right? Normally we're going to have that big duty belt on right now. Okay, so it's a lot of weight on the hips. So now you're practicing getting that strength when you need it. Okay, and coming out of that, let's just lengthen that front leg briefly just to counter it, like so. And then we're going to come up back to all fours, preparing for the other side. So my right knee is down. I'm going to extend the left leg out, knee to arch alignment, and I'm coming up. And then I'm going to lengthen that right side body as I come into this gate pose on the left side. Maybe arching over a little more, really getting into the intercostal muscles between the ribs here. Really nice stretch to do, especially after wearing a vest all day. The vest, the Velcro and the straps on the vest are really constrictive around the rib cage, right? Breathing and inhaling to come up to center, preparing for that gate pose on the other side. I'm going to grab my training pistol and I'm leaning over, activating the core, and I'm going to punch out. Shoulders down as I breathe the Darth Vader breath. Finding a focal point, a drishti, right? It's how we find our target too. Focus. But even with the focus, that breath allows us to broaden the field of vision. So I'm still aware of what's around me, even though I'm focusing, right? Good. Coming back up, and I'm going to place that down, and I'm going to bring that left knee in and forward into that low lunge. So from here, inhaling the arms up and overhead, shoulders away from the ears, sinking into that pelvis. Nice stretch on the right side. You can stay right here as you are, or you can join me in coming into that heel toe over to the side of the mat and then sinking into that. I'm kind of in that tuck, that cover concealment position. Okay, I'm getting small and I'm ready. I'm alert. Breathing. I've got the Darth Vader breath activated here so that I'm ready and alert. And with each breath, it's allowing me to sink a little deeper into those hips. Okay, put that down. I'm gonna bring heel toe that foot back to the center, and then I'm just gonna counter that with a brief lengthen of that front leg. And exhale, come back to all fours. Good. Now, placing the palms just in front of the shoulders, we're going to prepare for downward facing canine. Okay, toes are tucked, inhaling and exhaling, bum up towards the sky. You can pedal the feet out. Maybe sigh, let it out. Head and neck are relaxed here. Let go. Good. And finding stillness, finding length, bringing that chest towards the knees, towards the thighs. You can bend the knees deeply here if you need to. If the hamstrings are tight, that'll allow you to bring that chest a little closer to the thighs. A few breaths here. Good. And then a wave-like motion to roll the spine forward, coming into a plank. You can place the knees down if you need. Take a breath. We're going to exhale, chaturanga, coming down, chest before belly, and then inhaling into cobra. So the palms are below the shoulders, toes are untucked. Deep inhale, exhale, back down. Tuck the toes, press back up to all fours in a brief child's pose, rounding bum towards heels. And palms can meet the heels as well to relax the shoulders, head down. The forehead doesn't reach the ground, just make a pillow with your fists. Take a breath. Good. Continuing into our hip work. We're going to find our way to the left hip, and I'm going to turn and face the long edge of my mat here. So I'm in a 90-90 position. So my left shin is along that long edge, and my right shin is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Okay. So inhaling to get length in the spine, exhaling to fold down. Good. And you can find intensity in this stretch by walking the torso over towards the foot. You can conversely back off a bit by walking it towards the knee. Okay, so we're getting more into that outer hip again, a little bit in the inner hip as well. Continuing our hip work. Breathe. With your exhale, maybe you're able to intensify a little bit by moving towards the center, towards the foot. Notice how that changes things for you. Good. And because things change quickly in our job sometimes, I'm coming up now. I'm grabbing my training pistol as I go down to that left side. I'm swapping the legs, straightening the left one, bending the right, and now I'm around that tire, shooting around the front tire of a vehicle, and I'm in a one knee twist variation. Breathing, finding that breath. Good. I'm going to place my training pistol down, and then I'm going to open up my arm like a book and find myself into a one knee twist. Now, if you find that that leg is floating or the shoulder is floating, you can take that uh, pretend tire we had or book that you have, and just place it under the knee like so. That'll help elevate the ground. And then you can open up into your twist. Maybe your gaze goes towards that extended arm. Let it go. You're sort of mentally training yourself on the mat for those ups and downs, right? So even through the ups, we can find the breath. And then once the threat is gone, bring it back down. Calm the nervous system. Any tingling in that extended right arm? Just a pinched nerve, not a cardiac event. Just lower the arm. Good. And then turning the head back, we're going to just roll back over like you're closing the code, close the criminal code. And we're going to roll onto the stomach. Good. One more cobra here. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. We're going to press back up to all fours. Brief child's pose. And come back up. Now we're going to come to the other side. So I'm going to have my right hip down, right shin is to the long edge of the mat, and I'm in this 90-90. So my left shin is facing the short back edge. Okay. Inhale with length here. Exhale, fold over that hip. Find the intensity again. Am I over the knee? Am I over the center? Am I over towards that foot? Find what works for you. And with each exhale, you may be able to move deeper into it. Now, you know what's coming. You know we're going to be going into the one knee twist, shooting around a tire on the other side. So it's almost like you're driving to a call. You can kind of anticipate that things are going to get exciting or intensified. So just mentally preparing, slowly breathing as you're going to that call. Good. And then we're coming up and I'm falling to that side. I'm grabbing my pistol, switching legs, punching out. Find that breath. Good. Keep breathing. And then slowly release. I'm going to put that down and I'm going to open up like a book into my one knee twist. Checking in, is that knee floating? Is the shoulder floating? Maybe I take my makeshift tire and I'm going to put that under my knee. Letting go of that constrictive breath that you may have had. Good. I'm going to close the book, bringing that palm back over, move the block, and I'm going to roll onto my stomach again. One more cobra pose for the back here. Inhaling up and exhaling down, pressing up, toes are tucked, and a brief child's pose. Good. And from here, rolling on to the buttocks and swinging the legs around. I'm going to turn to the side again. So rolling onto the back again, you can use the core to come down, one vertebrae at a time. Head last to come down. Good. Knees into the chest again. Let's just release that. Rock from hip to hip. Massage in the low back. Good. It's nice to do this when you don't have handcuffs and flashlights and things all over your back, right? That wreaks havoc on our low back. So it's kind of nice to give it a bit of a massage back and forth here. Okay. And bringing the feet down to the mat, knees are above the feet and they're hip width apart here. Going to prepare for our Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. So my arms are alongside the body. I'm going to tilt the pelvis as I inhale, peeling the spine up, pelvis toward the sky. Breathing here. Notice if the knees are splaying out wide, can you bring them back to hip width apart? Noticing the glutes are active here. You might even intensify this or lift a little higher by rolling the shoulders underneath. You can clasp the palms together. This is the you're under arrest pose here, right? Breathing. Activating your thyroid gland in the throat here, responsible for metabolism. Notice if the hips are starting to sink. Can you press up a little higher, keeping that breath going? Good. Finding the next exhale to lower down one vertebrae at a time, and then bringing the knees back into the chest just to counter that. You're going to reach through the knees and grab the outside edge of the feet, bringing the heels up towards the sky into this happy baby pose. You can rock from side to side, massaging the adrenal glands, which are always working overtime for us. Good. You can close the eyes and maybe find stillness. Softening, letting go of any constrictive breath. Hmm. And preparing for that final relaxation pose, bringing the feet and knees back in and down. You can extend the legs long. If you have any back issues that this feels like it's causing any pulling, you can place a pillow, rolled up blanket beneath the knees, or you can simply come into the pose we started, which is the feet hip width of the mat and knees are knocked together. Rest the palms on the belly, extend the arms alongside the body. And anything you can do to add a degree of comfort. So if you need a blanket or an extra layer, take eyeglasses off or hair tie out, allowing yourself to just fully soften and fully relax, which we don't always get to do. Gently scanning the body, starting with the toes and the feet are soft, the shins and calves, the knees, the thighs and hamstrings, buttocks, all soft and heavy. Hips, low back, mid back, and upper back melting into the ground. Shoulders and chest are soft. Arms are heavy. Fingers and hands are relaxed. There's no more gripping. You're not gripping a pistol. You can stand down. The neck and back of the head, the forehead, muscles around the eyes, soft. You can gently part the teeth, relax the jaw, getting rid of any of that furrowing in the face, that resting bitch face, that on duty face that we have. We can let that go. And say to yourself, I am relaxed. staying here longer if you need to. Otherwise, bringing your awareness back to the breath, maybe deepening the inhales and exhales. Bringing some movement back into the fingers and toes, gently rocking the head from side to side. Maybe taking a full body stretch, extending the legs, reaching the arms up overhead, stretching, stretching as you inhale all the way. Inhale deeply, keep inhaling, and then exhale. Let it go. Then bringing the knees back into the chest and finding your way over to one side, just rounding the spine and pressing back up into a seated position. Taking a moment, just allowing the blood pressure to settle, allowing the light back into the eyes if they were closed. Just notice how you feel. Since the beginning of your practice, do you feel more energized? Do you feel more grounded? Maybe a little bit of both. Or maybe there's no change at all, and that's fine too. Just checking in, noticing the breath. If you found this helpful today, you had some fun, give me a like and hit that subscribe. But most importantly, share with other police officers. Remember, you can always find peace on the mat when you practice your right to silence. See you next time.